So, were you like me? Were you wondering, what is this year's State of the Union going to be? Is it going to feature lofty rhetoric, or is it going to be stupid as hell like everything else in American politics? Well, you didn't even have to wait to the actual beginning of the speech to know the tenor of the night's event, because you might have seen this going around, that Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene was planning to bring a white balloon to tonight's State of the Union. Some people think that that is a topical reference, the Chinese spy balloon. I think it's just her favorite balloon. Anyway, that immediately became a meme, probably not in ways that she expected, as AOC posted on her stories. It's giving Pennywise, and a lot of people made that comparison. Let's jump ahead to, this is giving, yeah, let's privately support cuts to Social Security, healthcare, and education, but publicly deny it until we do. Honestly, I think Pennywise could get elected in a number of different districts across America. But anyway, so you knew that there were gonna be stunts. You knew that there was gonna be interruptions. The Republican Party was crass and awful and immature like a decade ago. Now, I mean, it is thoroughly in the toilet. So here is an example of how they responded to some of what Biden had to say.
Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote.
So look, he even says there, it's not what they're all saying. I would have gone farther and said that many of the ones who aren't saying it would gladly vote for it, but this is not a thing that we can debate as a country. We've already covered Matt Gaetz talking about Medicaid, and Rand Paul talking about literally all of them, and Mike Pence talking about privatizing Social Security, and Gosar was talking, like there are many of them that would gladly do this. It's been the position of the Republican Party for literally decades since those programs were developed. So I understand why your fifis are hurt. It's because a lot of people are watching this, and you know how wildly unpopular the things you want to do are. But just like jeering like agitated baboons is not the answer. The sour faces, or Marjorie Greene standing up and booing and showcasing that she bought out the world's supply of albino chinchillas to wrap around her neck. That's not the answer to all of your political problems. We have more of that, by the way, but JR, what did you make of that?
This is just the approach, right? As you said, because this is now on TV, because finally Joe Biden calls folks out to their face. And again, maybe another small change, as you said, maybe you would have gone further. As he got into polite company, he goes, I'm being polite by not naming any names. Well, name some names, because we know them already, at least the folks who pay attention. So go ahead and name names to the folks, since they like naming names all the time with you. I don't see why the politeness has to be there. But similarly, this is their approach. Similarly with Roe versus Wade, when that leaked document came out about what they were gonna do come the summer and all that. And they said, look at these people hyperventilating over how we think we're gonna expand this even further. I can't believe they would say such a thing. And look what happens, expansion. Taking it to different levels, now all the way down to trying to make it a federal thing. All the things they said they wouldn't do, of course, they're doing. The next step, though, is to bring this right back, because they will still propose it, because they will still say it in different ways, maybe with a veil over the top of it. Make sure you bring that back, President Biden.
100%. Look, Kevin McCarthy has been talking about it. He doesn't want to come out and be really open about it, but he was talking about it before the midterms. He's been talking about it recently. Like, if you don't want to have to boo Joe Biden for saying something, maybe don't support those horrendous policies. But that wasn't the only groaning. They groaned when he pointed out that 1/4 of our entire national debt was added under Donald Trump. They freaked out, boo, boo. Well, yeah, boo the debt, boo it. It's bad that it's there. Why were you voting along with his budgets that put it there? Because you can boo, but that's not a counter argument. That's what actually happened. And again, this is not about an honest disagreement about the facts or whatever. I'm sure many of them don't know that. They're incredibly ignorant and curious people. But this is just about how dare you remind the American people who we actually are, especially in areas that undercut their public attempts to rehabilitate their image, to appear to not be the absolute radicals that they are. They find that to be really inconvenient when he effectively uses the platform that he has, because, and I'll remind all the Republicans, because he beat Trump in 2020, he gets to do that. So maybe next time, actually try to do something about the pandemic that your failure to address will cause you to lose the presidential election. That would be a better strategy than just whining and crying. But there is more whining and crying. Let's jump to this next video.
Now, some members here are threatening, and I know it's not an official party position, so I'm going to exaggerate, but threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act. As my coach, that's okay, that's fair. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your senior year. Make no mistake, if you try anything to raise the cost of producing jobs, I will veto it.
Okay, look, obviously I'm no huge fan of Biden or whatever, and I don't want him to run for re-election again, but that was pretty good. I mean, even Kevin McCarthy couldn't help but smile. Kevin McCarthy, 99% of his brain during that entire speech was just set on, look bored, look bored, look bored, look bored. Oh, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. Look bored, look bored. That's what it was all about. But it was a good line. They do want to repeal the IRA. They weren't, again, in this case, they weren't even jeering like, how dare you say that? No, they're enthusiastic about it. And while they seem to get that destroying Medicare and Social Security third rails, they don't yet get what should be a third rail, and we're gonna work to make it one, trying to eliminate the already incredibly limited and specific cap on insulin costs, which only goes to those with Medicare. They wanna destroy that too. They sat in that audience, like making it clear that they want people to have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars more per month on insulin. That is a wildly unpopular position. And so, yes, good luck in your senior year. JR, what do you think?
It's 100%. So some of those lines, and they mentioned before how Biden was rolling through these things and got them actually to openly say also on the Medicare and Social Security line, oh, we don't believe in that stuff. He goes, good. So finally we have some agreement. It's almost like every once in a while, I was surprised by it too. He's playing them a little bit here. Like he knows they're walking right into these things. I'm not sure how much this was in, the script and the teleprompter, or how much he was riffing off of that. But it was a constant reminder, and they were the ones reminding people of this over and over and over again, who they really are. It's all you have to do is let them react to things American people wildly support.
Yeah,
and then watch them shake their heads and boo and throw their thumbs down, all that stuff. And replay it, then replay it, then replay it, then amplify it and replay it again. Just imagine what they would do if the entire party, the Democratic Party, was openly saying how much they hate the things Americans actually want and need to survive. But as they bitch and complain about inflation, and then they go, yeah, I totally want to stop that. What were you running on again? Why is that red wave not really existent? Because they know voters are seeing through this, and I think you're getting to that.
Yeah, no, 100%. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.